Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. We're back on the West Coast Mainline over Shap by Just Trains. It's glorious. And we're going to be in the BR Blue 87 for today's run. And we got Robert Burns for this. So let's get in, get it all set up, as we don't usually do that on video. I usually already have it sort of set up and ready to go. So let's set it up on the video. So we've got the DVD. And we'll turn that on. AWS, so you've got to do the isolation and also the changeover. So do that, or change N lever. Acknowledge the AWS. So the little self-test. Set the marker lights, so on, and then the headlight, which the headlight will set it to on, but it won't actually come on until we set the reverser to the forward position, so this won't actually come on just yet. Let's put the key on, very important, key on. We'll start taking the brakes off, but what we'll do is we'll put the loco brake to on just to hold us in position, make sure we don't slide off anywhere or start rolling off. And something important to remember with this is that we have got the Mark II coaches, which are the slightly older coaches. So our top speed is 100 miles an hour, which is, I mean, the top speed on this route is 110, so it's not a huge difference. Right, let's pop that to forward, and let's get the doors shut. And we're calling at Penrith, Oxenholme and Lancaster. Right, let's start running it up. So you see the headlights should have come on now. Yeah, headlights come on. So I think 15 miles an hour out of here. And then we'll do a little brake test as well. And there's also been an update. Yeah, patch has come out already for this. I think neutral sections now are fully functioning. So yeah, if you have the power on over a neutral section, the train will it will overload. So try not to have the power on when you're going over a neutral section. Little brake test. Cool. Let's run it up again. Cool, as we leave Carlisle on yet again another southbound run on this route. It's like the only way we've gone is southbound on here. Then all like the sort of like little runs always seem to be southbound. There's a 40 over there. Oh my god, that's 20 for up there. Cool. And there is a neutral section just past that bridge coming up. So we'll be ready for that. Let's pop that up. There's a 75. Trouble is, as this route's set in the 80s, the speed boards are all the little stencil boards, which are quite hard to see, especially if you're going at 100 miles an hour. You barely see them. Right, let's run the power down, and then we'll actually set it to off. So that's come down, set it to off. So we're all ready for the neutral section, which begins where that whiteboard is. See the whiteboard with like the two sideways T's? That's the neutral section. So our power's now off. So you'll hear the fans go off. Lights have gone off as well. They should come back on. They should come back on. Are they going to come back on? Let's quickly press this button here. This is the overload reset button. Oh, okay. That's weird. Well, there you go. The fans are now back on. The line light's back on, so we can speed up again. So let's go up to 90. There's a few neutral sections on the route, so but yeah, the key thing is just make sure your power is off. as you go into the neutral section, which our power was set to off. But again, if it doesn't come back on automatically, just click overload reset. That's all you got to do. So no biggie really. Right, 90, let's go. And then there's a 85 up here as well. Not too far up. So we go up to 90, and then probably just sort of let it let it sort of coast a bit. Obviously looking out for any other speed boards as well, as they're fairly hard to see on here. So the top tap is 39, so we should be in that now. Nice. As we head into the Lake District, let's run it down. Cool. So just coasting now. We're going uphill, so we will lose a bit of speed. But there is an 85 somewhere up here, so. Let's power up again, actually. You'll probably hardly see the amp meter move. Yeah, it barely moves, because we're already at quite a high speed. Cool. Yeah, somewhere along here there is an 85. Just finding sort of different. I'm still sort of fairly. I mean, this is my third run HUDless on here, so still sort of learning at the moment. Going over the motorway there. We stay at about 85 for now. So yeah, it's just finding sort of different markers for the speed changes. Because there's one between Penrith and Oxenholme where it comes down to 80. There's not really much of a marker if you're going southbound for it. And I think we've just gone past the 85 board, possibly. Oh no, here it is here. So I suppose it would be, what, the motorway? So after that, just sort of coast it down to 85. We'll run up again, as the next speed is 105 miles per hour. And I'm not worried about Penrith. It's quite easy to know when you're coming up to Penrith because there is a foot crossing just before it, and there's also a neutral section warning sign. So, literally no worries about overshooting Penrith. So it's fairly easy to denote where it is. And there should be the 105 board. There it is there. So let's speed up. And yeah, we'll split this journey into two as well. So in this video, we'll probably go somewhere between Penrith and Oxenholme, and then the next bit we'll then do it, split it again. What are the wipers like? We actually haven't tried the wipers on here. There you go, there's the wipers. I'm trying to think if the speed limit comes down again, which I'm pretty certain it just did there. So possibly 95 that was. So we're only going 96. So you barely see it. We literally flash by that. You can barely see it. All depends what lighting you're doing it in as well. Well, I'm at 95. I'm pretty certain it was 95. I don't think it comes down any lower than that. Yet. Does it? Why do I feel like it comes down more? No, not just yet. Alright, 85. Just let it roll for now. Cool. So yeah, lots of there's a fair few speed limit changes on this route, especially the top end of it. Between Carlisle and Oxenholme, it changes quite a bit. But then Oxenholme south, Carnforth, Lancaster, Preston, it's mostly 110 miles an hour. So yeah, this is sort of the bit of the route where you've got to keep an eye out a bit more. But south of Oxenholme, straightforward. Got the cows in the fields, so run that down again. So power is lessening. There you go. So we shouldn't be that far off Penrith now. And after Penrith you get the huge gap to Oxenholme. Cool. So long we go. So we're looking out for the foot crossing for Penrith. That's sort of my point of where I will start. Oh, okay. I did set the dynamic weather to on, just to see what dynamic weather's like, as I don't really have it on much because it changes really quickly. But that's actually quite good timing, because now we're actually coming sort of within to the lake, sort of going into the Lake District now, just to get a little bit of sleet by the looks of things will actually be quite cool, and it'll make it even harder. So. Great. And it will make seeing the speedballs even harder as well. So it's actually quite good. And it also would be fairly realistic, because if we do start getting snow, it would build up as we get higher up, which we are. So it will look quite natural-ish. Yeah, this is quite good. Yeah, alright, there we go. Let's get a little shot of our 87, which just looks lovely. Try and get where there's not a shadow on it. Probably like the worst place to get a screenshot. Yeah, let's go a bit further up. Get out of this little cut-in. What about here? That'll be alright. There we go, that's better. What beauty though. And I'm assuming at some point, JT have teased it, we probably will get the 86. Which is the one with 3 windows at the front. I think it's very similar, just as it's got the 3 windows at the front. We're at 90 at the moment. So things are starting to look a bit whiter now as we go along. That snow is sort of building up a bit. Oh, we're just coasting for now. See, the hills are also starting to build up as well. We're still climbing. So it's quite weird to see sort of the game transitioning from clear weather to snow. Like the trees sort of like, they're like, should we have snow on them? And they sort of like go back to normal. It's funny. Cool. Right, we'll speed up again a little bit, but I don't think we're that far off the foot crossing now. And from there, we'll sort of start getting ready to slow down for Penrith. The timetable's fairly lenient on here, so you can go a little bit slower than the speed limit and still get there on time. And it's 80 miles an hour through Penrith as well, but we're stopping. That's what we got to remember. We do have to stop there. So I think it's coming up soon. Really got to concentrate there on this route. Yeah, the foot crossing's just here. So we shall start, and we should get the warning for the neutral section soon as well. We'll start applying a bit of breakage, as there's a long straight and then there's a right hand corner. There's the warning board for the neutral section. Doesn't sound like those motors whining there. So around that right hand corner is then Penrith. So we're coming down really nicely at the moment. So yeah, once you get to that foot crossing, tap the brakes on a bit. It should come down relatively nicely. There's a neutral section. There's the 80. The line lights come back on already, so we've got power. The traction fans have just come back on again. So let's make sure we're not applying any power. I think braking, it doesn't matter. As you can see, the amp meter goes up when you brake. That doesn't seem to affect it. Well, it didn't then. There's another 87 in there. Yeah, this is Penrith Station. Almost sounds like some sort of Welsh place, Penrith. Don't know. Fairly long platforms as well. It's right down the end. And yeah, after this we got, I think it's about, that's not 30 miles, 25 or so miles to Oxenholme. It's still relatively quick, it's just wiggly. That should do nicely. Here we are, this is Penrith, set the loco brake to max. Take that off a little bit. Cool, I'm only a minute behind, so it's alright. That's got the Mark 2s as well. So I think these are cross-country services. To Lancaster. Oh no, maybe not this one. So I'm so used to doing the long trains where you sort of stop right down the end, but we probably could have just stopped at the end of the canopy there. I have to remember that for Oxenholme. And so we're actually quite a short train, as opposed to sort of the normal length. That's alright though. Make people walk a bit. Right, let's get the doors shut. Yeah, 25 miles, but it's actually, I think it's more than that. We'll need a bit of a hill start. Let's go. Yeah, we actually are quite a diddy train. I hadn't realised that. Yeah, we're only what 1, 2, 3, 4, what 5 coaches? Yeah, so we could have probably stopped a much further down the platform, or much further back along the platform. But that's alright. There's no sort of stop markers or anything like that. Right, so we'll split the video. We'll go about 10 minutes and then we'll split it. Still getting a little bit of snow. I think it's snow, it's sleet. Sort of sleety snow. Quite cool though. And we're off. Yeah, so the speed limit changes a bit more on this section. So it's 80 at the moment, then it goes up something like, was it 90? And then 80, or 85, then 80. Drops down a bit more. But yeah, this is the long part of the journey. This is the main bit of it. Cool. The speed on this I mean the acceleration on this train's pretty decent. It's not bad. It's rather quick. Even with the full amount of coaches, it's still really quick. Right, yeah, 95. Let's get that up. Cool. So I think the next sort of point of interest is Hardendale, which is just before Shap. We've got 100, even better. And at Hardendale, it comes down to, I think, 90, or just after Hardendale. Still learning, but we're getting there. Right, up to our top speed then. And you can really feel the speed on this train as well. Lovely. And they go 100 miles an hour as we head to the top of the head to the summit. Not noticing much snow build up. It's only a little light shower of sleet / snow. That also was a bit too fast round there, but it is 100 round there. I can't remember the name of this side in here. Hang on, there is an 80 coming up along here. Is that coming up now? Yeah, there's an 80 somewhere along here. It wasn't there, it's further up. I'm trying to remember if it's after Hardendale or before Hardendale. I think it's before Hardendale. So that may be coming up soonish. But that might be coming up soon. It's one of the more major speed changes on the route here from down to 80. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if that's after Hardendale or before it. I think it might be before Hardendale. Possibly. Where are you, 80? You're somewhere along here. Lovely. Is it coming up now? You can see there's a bit of a turn before it, so it might be a bit further up. Well, I'm down to we've lost quite a bit of speed because we're going uphill. Is this it here? Oh, it could actually be here. Actually, this could be the 80. Yeah, this might be it. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's got to be. Here we go. Here's the 80. So I suppose it's sort of as you come into the sort of little bit of it, as you sort of come into the valley there. You've got the signal before it as well. Cool. As we head on, let's get a flyby shot. I know it stays at 80 for a little bit, so. There he goes. Now, we certainly are a short train, though. See, most of the passenger runs on here, you're like a full set. You know, it almost takes up the whole platform. So having one like this is like, whoa. Wonder where it goes after this. Yeah, funny little service, Carlisle to Lancaster. Get that back up. We'll probably actually get up to Hardendale and then we'll end this part. Cool. So what the speed limit will go up to next. And what will it go up to next? 90 something? I don't think it's 100. Oh, there it is there. 95. Literally just saw that. Only just. 95. Okay, let's get that up. Actually, I suppose now we'll get up to Shap Summit and then we'll end part 1. Makes sense that it's the summit. Yeah, we'll get up to there, then we'll end this part of the video. Cool. That snow isn't really getting any heavier, or sleet, so it's just stayed the same. And then yeah, it drops down to 90 after Hardendale. Cool, let's put that down. And we know when we're coming up to Hardendale, you just see the plumes of smoke from the from all the industry there. Cool. Yep, there it is there. So there'll be a 90 mile per hour limit starting just after that. The next signal should have the junction indicator on it. As when we did the rail tour service, we went into the little siding up here. The stone scratcher rail tour. Cool. So it's quite a quick room, and it's you sort of think, you know, as we're sort of going up into the hills and stuff, it would be quite slow, but no, it's fast. Yeah, here's Hardendale. So there's a 90 mph limit just after the after this bridge up here. Yes, I believe there is. Where are you, 90? A bit further. Cool. Here it is here. 90. Which again, could barely see that. Especially in, yeah, as it's getting a bit darker now in the game. So this is the Shap summit. This is the top of the road. This is. Cool. We'll get to the sign, and that will be the end of part 1. But nice little journey up to the top. It's not really a struggle, really. I think even if you had like a big steel train, it'd still be fairly straightforward. These 87s are no match for it. No match? Hang on, is that? Yeah, that's the right phase, ain't it? But yeah, Shap Summit, 916 feet above sea level. Well, that is going to be it for part 1, everybody. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Thanks to Dovetail for giving us the key to show it off. Apart from that, see you all hopefully in part 2. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.